task force. We have a lot of work ahead of us. We have less than 90 days. I would also like to thank our staff at this time because they put an awful lot of information together for us for today without a lot of time. I thought it would be helpful if we went around the room and everybody kind of introduced themselves and said what your interest was. And I don't know if the audience members want to identify themselves. You can, or you don't have to if you don't want to. You want to start off, Michael?
I'm Michael Parker, developer and builder in the Blue Springs area. And that's why I have interest in this. We built quite a few multifamily projects in the area and got a lot of interest in it.
Mr. Allen?
Scott Allen, I'm the Community Development Director for the city.
Janet Jarvis, I am a Blue Springs police officer, and I work a lot with rental property managers and people who handle a lot of rental property and the problems on those areas.
Todd Tone, I'm the Assistant City Administrator, and I get to go to a lot of meetings.
I'm Cheryl Morgan. I'm Cheryl Morgan, the Assistant City Clerk.
I'm David Browse, Director of Elementary Education for the district. Of course, we serve the students that come from all forms of housing within the community.
Sheila Solon, and I represent District 3 in the City Council. Chief McCoy, we know who you are, but you can identify
I'm
yourself.
Wayne McCoy, Chief of Police here in Blue Springs.
Paul Miller, from Technical Design Services, Civil Engineering.
Jeff Martin, Land Plan. We obviously have a number of projects going on in your town, so needed to be here.
We're glad you're here.
Matt Murphy with Land Plan Engineering.
Robert Walters with Quist Engineering, business owner of Blue Springs.
I'm Earl Brown. I'm with Green Development here in Blue Springs, Green Valley.
Sissy Reed, and I think everybody knows me.
Marshall Stables, I'm a broker for Coldwell Banker here in Blue Springs, but I'm also a member of the Governmental Affairs Committee for the KCRAR, Kansas City Regional Association of Realtors. So I'm here to just listen in and learn maybe.
Eddie Saffel, I'm the Fire Marshal for the Central Jackson County Fire, making sure that we don't go over occupancy.
Jeff from the Examiner.
I'm Ken Billups. I'm with on the Planning Commission and very interested citizen. Just want to see what goes on today.
And thank you, everyone, for coming today. And we're glad you're all here. And I know we've all been getting a lot of emails and input from our citizens and from the development community. And it would be a great position where we have too much information to go through, and everything that's given to us has been really helpful. So thank you, and keep sending that information. The reason this task force was formed by Mayor Ross was because our residents are demanding that our city take action and make some changes regarding multifamily housing development in Blue Springs. Every 2 years, our city conducts a citizen survey to help elected leaders gauge citizen satisfaction and dissatisfaction with how our city is maintaining city services and managing growth. In your books, you'll find part of the citizen survey where one of the questions in the survey that had the highest dissatisfaction ranking was from our residents about the multifamily housing growth. 72% of our residents felt that we were developing multifamily housing too fast. The citizen-led initiative group, Renew the Blue, recommended that the city manage to keep a balance between single-family and rental housing and to set a goal of returning to the historical margin of 25% rental, 75% owner-occupied, the same margins that were actually reflected in our 2000 census. They also recommended limiting the amount of multifamily housing to the downtown area until this historical balance is achieved. And that's also in your booklets, and that part of it from the Renew the Blue action plan. This afternoon, we're going to be receiving information about how multifamily development, how much we actually have in Blue Springs. I know staff has worked hard on putting a map together. Also, we're going to be including in that map in the study projects that have been approved but not yet constructed. We're going to see information about how many times our comprehensive plan has been changed to multifamily and how many times zoning has been changed. We're going to see some marketing data that's going to be very useful to us. And we're going to receive a police presentation from Officer Jarvis on safety measures that have been put in place to ensure our residents' well-being and safety. Our goal as a task force is by August 18th to go to the City Council and the Mayor with recommendations on ways that we can improve the quality and safety of multifamily housing in Blue Springs. So thank you everyone for being here. At this time, I'm going to turn it over to the Director of Community Development, Scott Allen.
All right, thank you, Chairperson Sullivan, I suppose is the perfect term. Councilman Sullivan, thank you very much. You may see a lot of these big binders with the folks up here at the table. This is kind of an informational accumulation device. Back in October, there was a City Council work session that provided information on kind of a housing inventory for the city, focusing on, again, emphasizing multifamily housing, looking at acreage as well as units. A number of units have been permitted since the last census in 2000, and as well as trying to get a handle on not just what has been approved through Planning Commission and City Council, but what's actually been permitted, what's getting built, kind of what our eventual build-out options are in the current zoning and those new projects. So that's the purpose for the map up here. There is a large map located in kind of a plastic sleeve. Talks about the total number of units existing in the city. There are about 15,000 single-family, 2,200 two-family, about 3,500 multifamily, for a total of about 20,681 total number of actual housing units in the city. We also looked at, again, what's been built since 2000. Again, these numbers have changed just very slightly. There is an increase in all categories since the October data. So obviously over 6 or 7 months ago. Back then, there were about 1,488 single-family units built since 2000. We've added about another